15 dastardly betrayals, 27 broken hearts, 8 bloody revolutions, 765 deadly bullets, 200 liters of blood, countless tears, 22 blissful reunions, 1 film festival.
You guys, did you see that? I just was like, what?
I'm Jeffrey Katzenberg, the head of DreamWorks Animation. We're very excited to have Kung Fu Panda premiering as part of the Sydney Film Festival. Well, when we made the first Kung Fu Panda movie, we always had in mind a story that actually involved multiple chapters to it. Po has a journey that he is on, and it's a journey that sort of ultimately takes him on a full circle, in which, you know, he, like all of us, goes out there into the world and is going to sort of grow as a character, if you will, through relationships and challenges and learning about himself. And we have a roadmap that we're on. There are, right now, there seem like there are about 6 chapters to this story. You never know if the audiences embrace and love a movie, then you get the opportunity to tell those chapters. And so here we are on chapter 2, and there are more chapters in the saga of Po. I think it's probably safe to say that these super high-end CG animated movies that we make, in particular Kung Fu Panda, probably are about as complex as any film being made anywhere in the world. They involve state-of-the-art technology, CG technology, 3D technology. There's a high rate of innovation that we rely on movie to movie. I think audiences will see that for DreamWorks, which has already had a pretty high bar in terms of the quality of 3D work, this will actually raise it up yet higher. The films themselves take about 4 years to make. They involve about 400 artists. We have 3-4 million drawings per film. Each frame of the movie, and there are 24 frames per second, so about 125, 130,000 frames. Each individual frame takes between 8 and 30 hours to render, to bring those final images to life. So the complexities are massive, the resources are huge, and we keep trying to just top ourselves and deliver something really special for moviegoers. A good deal of the inspiration for Kung Fu Panda came from China, the culture of China, the visuals, the natural settings of China, the Eastern storytelling techniques, which are, I think, very interesting and somewhat different from Western style. So much of the movie was really, I think, inspired by the world of China. But this is a typical thing for us in animation. You know, I could say the same thing about, 20 some odd years ago, we made a movie that I was involved in called The Lion King, and everything about that film was inspired by Africa. And we made a movie called Madagascar, and we went to that world and brought it to life in it. And so this is a long tradition in animation. We're working on a movie right now I'm very excited about that takes place in India. And one of the things I've dreamed of for a very long time is actually doing a story that is inspired by the culture in the world and the settings here in Australia. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. Nature here is singular and unique. There are beautiful creatures here that are very connectable, relatable to all of us, the koala bear being one. One that, for all of us who don't live in Australia, we look at and mesmerizing for us. The kangaroo, which I know for here is a bit more annoying than it is inspiring for you all, but I love the kangaroo. I think there's something really quite remarkable about him. And so anyway, I'm sure we will find a story one day to do about this world. For 10 years, I worked at the Walt Disney Company, and Walt Disney had an amazing mission statement that every day guided myself and everybody else there on what was the goal, what was the target for those films. And it's an expression people have heard before. He said, I make movies for children and the child that exists in all of us. And after 17 years at DreamWorks, I think I can finally say what we do. We make movies for adults and the adult that exists in every child. And so in many ways, I think we probably want to end up at the same place, but we come from the opposite direction to get there. And so yes, our movies are a bit more sophisticated. They're PG rated, not G rated. They usually have very, very big movie stars, comedians as the acting voices in it, which makes them appeal to an older audience. I don't think that particularly matters to kids. So we're a little bit more irreverent, we're a little bit more subversive, we have a little bit more of an edge to our films, and that is by design. That's who we are. Making movies independently, CG animated movies, very tough to do. Our movies cost $150 million to make. And our talent is we're the largest animation company in the world. We have 2,400 people working at our studio, 2 studios in California. Our talent comes from all over the world. We refer to the studio as the United Nations of animation. So I think, I think there's great opportunity for artists today in animation. One of the things is technology is getting us closer and closer to the point where great artists will actually be able to work remotely from the studio and be able to actually telecommute to the studio without actually leaving their homes, or at least their hometowns. That's not that far away. But right now, today, the big animation studios, really the 2, they're in Los Angeles. One's in Los Angeles, one's in San Francisco, and that's the place of real opportunity. Well, I think the great thing about the Sydney Film Festival is that many, many decades of embracing all kinds of cinema. Art house cinema, mainstream cinema, blockbuster cinema, and animation. And for Kung Fu Panda, which the first one of which premiered here in the festival, wonderfully well received here. The movie went on to be a great success here, beloved, I think, in Australia. And so coming back here with the second film seemed only the right and good luck thing to do. It's a great festival, it's a great launch, a lot of excitement around cinema here in Sydney, and so we're just happy to be a part of it.
Here we go!
Remember, Dragon Warrior, when you follow the noble path, anything is possible.
I'm freaking in.
Beware of the signs!
What signs? So many signs!
My old enemy. Stairs.